Yo, what's up guys? Audio, and today, man, I'll be talking about Dennis Smith Jr. and how he has been a pleasant surprise for the Charlotte Hornets. My man literally is out here absolutely hooping, and I just absolutely love to see. But other than that, let's get straight into the video, okay? So Dennis Smith Jr., if you guys don't know, is a 6'2" guard. He was definitely a high recruit in his draft class, and he was a top 10 consensus guy. And in his lone year at NC State, in 32 games and 32 starts, he went ahead and averaged 18.1 points per game, 6.2 assists, 1.9 steals, shooting 35.9% from the three-point line and 45.5% from the field. And after that really good freshman year at NC State, he obviously declared for the NBA draft, where he was selected with the 9th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks. Now, in his first year in Dallas, he definitely performed very well, as he averaged 15.2 points per game. He averaged 3.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 1 steal per game, shooting 39.5% from the field and 31.3% from the three-point line. And then in his next season as a sophomore, this is kind of where the injuries kicked in for Dennis Smith Jr. As in his second year, he only played 32 games in all starts, averaged 12.9 points, 3 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 1.3 steals, shooting 34.4% from the three-point line and 44% from the field in 32 games. He was playing some pretty good basketball. And then midway after that 32 game stretch with the Dallas Mavericks, he was traded to the New York Knicks along with DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews, and 2 first-round picks. And going to the Mavericks obviously were Kristaps Porzingis and Tim Hardaway Jr. with Alton Trey Burke and Courtney Lee. And yeah, that's pretty tough on a guy. 2017, he gets drafted. 2019, he ends up going ahead and getting traded to the Knicks. So they pretty much give up on him. I mean, it was 4.6 and THJ, so it's tough, but it's business at the end of the day. And then in 21 games for the New York Knicks in the 2018-2019 season, DSJ went out and averaged 14.7 points, 2.8 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 1.3 steals, while shooting 41.3% from the field and 28.9% from the three-point line. And then in the 2019-2020 season, in 34 games and only 3 starts, went ahead and averaged 5.5 points, 2.3 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and shooting 34.1% from the field and 29.6% from 3. This is kind of where it started to go downhill for Dennis Smith Jr. Not only was his minutes going down by pretty much half, his production and everything obviously also started taking a toll. And this was where Dennis Smith Jr. probably was thinking about his future in the NBA and how long he had left in the NBA, because minutes go down, production goes down, traded away already to the New York Knicks, and then they're not really giving him the minutes and he's not really producing. It's just not looking that good right now for DSJ. And then in the 2020-21 season with the New York Knicks, he ends up playing 3 games, averages 3 points, and that was about it. And 9 minutes a game. Again, his minutes go down, and then after that, the New York Knicks let him go, and they end up trading him to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Derrick Rose. This is where we saw a little bit more out of DSJ, as in 19.6 minutes, he went ahead and averaged 7.3 points, 2.7 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and a steal per game in some pretty decent clock time. And then in his last actual year in the NBA prior to this season, he ended up signing with the Portland Trail Blazers, and in his 37 games, he averaged 5.6 points, 2.4 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 1.2 steals per game, on 41.8% from the field and 22.2% from the three-point line. And again, like I said earlier, the injuries started to pile up for Dennis Smith Jr. as well with the Blazers. A couple months into his tenure, he went ahead and he was diagnosed with a high-grade partial tear of the ulnar collateral ligament, aka the UCL, in his right elbow, and was ruled out for 3 to 4 weeks. And then right after that, on 5 days after getting that injury. He was eventually waived, which was really tough because you got injured, you got waived, and it was looking maybe like the beginning of the end of Dennis Smith Jr.'s tenure in the NBA. But then, out of nowhere, Dennis Smith Jr., earlier this offseason, he talked about how he didn't want to go overseas. He was looking for an NBA job, and that he was even working out, or planning to work out for the NFL, and end up becoming a defensive back. I'm pretty sure Dennis Smith Jr. actually played football in prior to actually obviously going to the NBA. So he actually has some football experience. And you can tell by just his play style on the court, he's a pesky guy. He would make sense as a defensive back, but no, he went out and he got a call, and it was from the Charlotte Hornets, where right now he obviously is playing for, and he's been playing some pretty damn good basketball. So on September 23rd, 2022, Dennis Smith Jr. signed with his hometown team, the Charlotte Hornets. And so far this season, across 7 games, Dennis Smith Jr. is averaging 12.3 points, 4.1 rebounds, 6.4 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. Dennis Smith Jr. has been an absolute pest on the defensive side of the basketball, and he is definitely making the most out of a situation right now. Right now, the Hornets have no LaMelo Ball, no Terry Rozier, so DSJ is the starting point guard, and he is making the most out of this. He has had an efficient game in 6 of 7 games so far with the Charlotte Hornets. In his first game against the Spurs, he went out and he put up 12 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals on 5 of 7 from the field and 2 for 2 from 3. Second game of the season, 22 minutes, he went ahead and put up 10 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals on 4 for 7 from the field and 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. His third game against the Hawks, he went ahead and put up 18 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 block, and 3 steals. DSJ has just really been stuffing the stats. He's not only producing well on offense, he's also being an absolute pest on defense and getting a good amount of blocks and steals as well. In his fourth game against the Knicks, he went out and put up 14 points, 11 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. That was the DSJ revenge game on 7 for 16 from the field and over 3 from 3. In his fifth game against the Magic, this was his only inefficient game, as he put up 4 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal on 2 for 7 from the field and 0 for 1 from 3. And then his next game against the Warriors, he had a really close bucket at the end of the game as he went 4 for 10, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. DSJ was indeed on triple-double watch, as he only needed 1 more rebound and 2 more assists to get his triple-double. In his last game recently against the Sacramento Kings, he probably had his best game with the Charlotte Hornets, as he went ahead and put up 15 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, a block, and 6 steals. That is correct. Dennis Smith Jr. had 6 steals last night. He has just been an absolute beast, and he has been a pleasant surprise for the Charlotte Hornets. DSJ right now is playing with so much confidence. We know he came into the league as just a freakish athlete. He can get to the rim with the best of them in the NBA. He's super confident, really good playmaker, and we know what he does on the defensive side of the basketball. He's an absolute pest. He's a guy that I kind of compare to a McConnell on defense. Just an absolute pest, an absolute hound on defense. But he is actually an athletic version of McConnell. He can get to the rim. He can play make. He can get up. He's super athletic. And these are the guys that I just love seeing these things happen to, because he was basically out of the league after the Blazers tenure. They cut him after he gets injured, and he's literally about to start working out for the NFL as a defensive back. He comes back, he gets a call from his hometown team, the Hornets, who obviously need guard play as LaMelo Ball is out, and so is Rozier. And he's making the most out of his opportunity, and you just absolutely love to see it, man. This guy's only 24 years old. Like, it's insane how young Dennis Smith Jr. really is. The fact that he declared for the draft after his freshman year, and he's feel like he's been in the league for a good amount of time. He's only 24 years old. This is why you never give up. At 24 years old, he was about to switch paths and go to the NFL. But his hometown team called him, and all of a sudden he got an opportunity. He's making the most out of it. And when LaMelo Ball and Rozier are back, he is going to be obviously reverted back to the bench, and he will be going ahead and doing his thing off the bench for the Hornets backup of LaMelo Ball, and hopefully continuing to have these efficient games and be just an absolute pest and an absolute hound on defense, because this is absolutely fun to watch and you absolutely have to see it. And also, my man is out here also shooting right now 44% from 3 and 48% from the field. It's only a handful of attempts, but DSJ, obviously we know in his NBA career, he has not been known to be a pretty good jump shooter in terms of a 3-point shot. As a mid-range shot, pretty solid, but he's more of a guy that is known for his ability to be crafty and attack the rim and do this and do that around the rim. But so far this season, let's hope that this continues. His jump shooting has been looking pretty good. He's just been absolutely elite on defense and playmaking the ball. Obviously, he is a damn good playmaker. But yeah, man, DSJ, keep it up. Can't wait to see you keep killing it. And man, this is an amazing story right here. I'm so happy that I'm actually able to go ahead and talk about this. I love seeing players hey, this man was always the top 9th overall pick. Then he was pretty much at rock bottom, literally about to go ahead and change leagues. And all of a sudden he gets a call from his hometown team. He's back in the league and he's absolutely killing it, man. Just absolutely love to see it, man. Other than that, y'all, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below. Subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's your boy John. Hopefully you got to the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.